Welcome, Steve. Thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Can you just talk a little bit about how this role came about?
Yeah, certainly. Well, Trent Barrett, who had spent some time with All Blacks doing some PD with us a number of years ago, approached me and asked if I'd be keen to basically mentor or be a sounding board for him. And I've got a lot of time for Trent, and once we sorted out what he needed and what he was after, and had chatted to Andrew from the club, then we agreed to go ahead with it. And it's a good opportunity to be involved in another sport. I'm excited by it, and it sits in nicely with what I'm already doing with Toyota the Blitz.
And in terms of the actual areas that you'd be involved with, what's been the initial discussions?
The primary discussions have been around helping Trent create that environment where the athletes can perform to their utmost best, and putting in performances they can be proud of, the club can be proud of, and the fans can be proud of. So the club itself has got a rich history, and I know they want to be successful. So I know Trent wants to be successful, and my involvement with players over the years, I know they always want to be successful. So if we can help with that, then that'll be a biggie, and that'll mean spending a lot of time in discussions with Trent about trying to be a backboard for him, and maybe suggesting going left rather than right at times. But the key thing is he's the man in charge, and my role is just to assist him and his staff to create that environment, really.
And with Trent, having that relationship with Trent, was that something as All Blacks coach that you look to do, get people involved from other sports from time to time to get a sort of fresh outlook?
During my time with the All Blacks, we've always been open to having people come and visit us from other sports, and leagues taken advantage of that. We've had Laurie Daly, we've had Craig Bellamy, we've had Ivan Cleary and Trent, and just to name a few people who have been in and spent time with us. And it's an opportunity, I guess, for them to see how we operate, but just as much as it is an opportunity for us to see and learn off them. So it's a two-way thing, and from that you form relationships, and I guess Trent's now going into this new role, having been just coming off a successful season helping Ivan and the Panthers, and he rang and asked for the help, so only too happy to get involved.
And when you look at the Bulldogs at the moment, you've had much of a chance to sort of follow their fortunes in recent times?
Oh, look, I keep a casual eye on the league, and the Bulldogs is a club that has a massive history. So they won't be overly happy with their performances of recent times, and there's always circumstances that will dictate how you perform, I guess. And as I said, the job now is for Trent to come in and to create an environment for his athletes and his staff to be able to perform. And if I'm going to be part of that, which I am, my job is to assist him to do that.
And going back to when you first became head coach of the All Blacks, were there certain keys at that time that you tried to introduce at the start that you thought sort of stuck with you during your period there?
I think there's always certain things that have to happen for that environment to be right, and you've got to understand first and foremost who you are as a team, and who you're representing, and understand the history of that, and then what does that mean from a responsibility point of view. So you've got to get everyone on the same page. That's important. One of the other non-negotiables for me have always been that the team's more important than the individual. That way you get everybody contributing to the team, you get everybody making good decisions. No young athlete is ever going to be perfect. They're all going to make mistakes, particularly no different to any other young man or woman for that matter in their life. They sometimes go left when they should go right, but it's about creating an environment which allows those people to make better decisions and get them right more often than wrong, as well as becoming better footy players.
And do you believe that's part of what people would sort of describe as a winning type culture?
Well, you're on a very limited winning environment if you don't have the right culture. I think you can only sustain success if you have the right culture. If your culture's airy-fairy, then so are your results going to be. So you may succeed for a little while, but it won't happen long term. And the whole idea of this is to have long-term success.
And just with COVID, obviously very difficult at the moment, but in terms of potentially first coming over and seeing the guys face to face, is there a timetable there?
None of that's been sorted yet, so it'll be a matter of sitting down with Trent and seeing what we can do and what we can't. There's no standout period coming to Sydney, but there's a 2-week one coming back, so we'll have to work our way through how that's going to work and how often it's meaningful for me to be in a hotel and costing money to stay there, whereas with Zoom and everything now, I think we can do a lot of stuff over the computer. So our time and money may well be spent better doing it that way until such time as we can get a process where we can come and spend some quality time together and then go from there. But it's an issue that we're all living with, so I'm sure we'll manage our way around it.
Well, thanks for your time this morning, Steve. I know the reaction from the members and fans at the club has been incredibly positive, and I know everyone's really excited about having you on board.
Yeah, well, firstly, thank you for the welcome, and thank you for saying those nice things. I too am looking forward to joining up with it. It's an exciting challenge for myself. It's a different sport. But in saying that, coaching's coaching. I think I don't have to understand the nuts and bolts of the game because I'm not coaching the game. I'm actually just helping coach the coach. So, and his group. So, I think that's the same in any sport. If you get certain things right, you're going to get the environment that you need to be successful. So, look forward to working with Trent. He's a good man, and look forward to working at the club. As I said, I don't know a lot about the club, but I do know that it's had some wonderful history and it's been around a long, long time. And that gives you something to really launch off.